taking on Pittsburgh. And it's early Nick Chubb to the outside. Minkah Fitzpatrick makes lots and lots of plays on the defensive side for Pittsburgh. Sometimes you get got. Chubb makes a move, and it's 7-0 Cleveland. Mason Rudolph back in Cleveland. We obviously know what happened last year between he and Myles Garrett. This time play takes a little too long to happen, and Olivier Vernon gets the sack. Meanwhile, Isaiah Buggs and Carlos Davis, fellas, we are wearing the same uniform. Mike Tomlin steps in. Calm down, gentlemen. It's 10-9 Browns. Late third. Play action. Tight end, Steve.
Always open.
Austin Hooper, touchdown. 17-9. Late third. Rudolph's under pressure. Tries to make something happen. Should have just eaten that one. MJ Stewart Jr. returns it. The red zone. Browns fans are thinking, is this our time? And Jarvis Landry takes it in. Everybody has to be thinking the answer to that question is yes. But because it always seems to be difficult, it was difficult. 4th and 10. That's Chase Claypool, and the big man wins the battle for this one. Rudolph finds him for the touchdown, and it's a one-possession game. 3 minutes to go in the game. Steelers need a touchdown and 2 to tie. Rudolph, Deontay Johnson. Browns fans, you know how nervous you got. You know you're gripping so hard right now. Juju Smith-Schuster. Now we dance. But you need the 2-point conversion to tie it. Rudolph looking for the big man. Claypool too high. And again, you've seen flags for less, but they let him play. Rudolph looking for the flag. They don't get it. Right now, Cleveland fans are absolutely passing out from stress as the ball is sitting between the legs of Stephen Carlson with the entire wave of Steelers charging up on him, but he falls on it and then got to get a first down to end this game, and that's just what Baker Mayfield does. Browns fans rejoice. Nice to see this moment. Garrett and Rudolph, y'all don't have to be best friends, but after what happened last year, squash that. Eyes ahead. You guys are meeting up next week again. Been a season for ending droughts for the Browns. Last winning season, 2007. They put an end to that in Week 13. Last playoff appearance came under Coach Butch Davis in 2002. But now they are back in the postseason. Next up, last playoff win came in 1994. Baker Mayfield on the emotions that come with this victory on Sunday.
We're not satisfied. We expected to be here. We've worked extremely hard to get here, and we're excited to have the chance to be in the playoffs. But the feeling of walking off the field, the energy in the stadium, they're playing Cleveland Rocks. There's an old school video going on, and I can look up and see old school highlights. And for it to be that loud with a limited amount of fans, it's a special moment for us.
All these wins, you savor them. So we'll make sure to do that. And before the clock strikes midnight, we're on to the next one. But, I'll be with my family. I'll sit there on the couch, have the TV watch me, and I'll have a drink the size of your head, Jason.
There you go. Hope you enjoyed the night, Coach. All right, 94, that win, Coach Belichick, Vinny Testaverde.
Pepper Johnson.
Vinny threw that touchdown, the 20-13 win. Three Rivers. Pittsburgh jumped out to a 21-point halftime lead. They cruised to a 29-9 victory. After the next season, the Browns packed up and headed to Baltimore. After making their return to the league, made the playoffs in 2002, only to see the Steelers again. Browns led by as many as 17 in the third, but Pittsburgh scored 29 in the second half to eke out a 36-33 win. That was an incredible playoff game. So it'll be a third consecutive times that the Browns have to face the Steelers in the playoffs. One area where the game could be won, play action. Baker, second best in the NFL in QBR on play action passes. Steelers have been the best in the league at defending play action. Dolphins had the most scenarios to make the postseason. Win over Buffalo was the only one that they controlled. They also didn't control the fact that Josh Allen was out there playing well. Dental hygiene important. Stephon Diggs was flossing on the sidelines. People enjoyed that. It's 7-3, and Allen has all day. I'm talking all day, and he finds Isaiah McKenzie in the end zone. The Bills lead 14-3 after the Dolphins had a 3-and-out. They punted away, and it's the same guy, McKenzie, who makes a move.
Come on, punter.
That hack, number 2. I'm sorry.
The angle,
I'm sorry. No. It's really not your job. You just kick it. You're not expected to be able to tackle Isaiah McKenzie, which is convenient because you're not going to do that. Game is getting away from Miami.
Allen's still in.
Allen, John Brown, who's missed some games. He's a weapon in this passing offense. Allen, 3 touchdowns, and the Bills leading 28-6 at the half. And Tua Tagovailoa picked by Josh Norman, and he'll take it in. So you're getting special teams touchdowns, defensive touchdowns. And by the time it's done, Buffalo scores 56 and wins by 30. Miami's performance, to me, was the most disappointing of the day. And Tua's road struggles continue. 3 picks, 1 return for a touchdown. Fitzpatrick unavailable to come on in relief because of the positive COVID test. He did, you'll recall, in 2 of the Dolphins' last 3 road games, and the other was against the Jets. So with respect, it doesn't really count. It's a rough way for the Dolphins, who had so many promising moments in this regular season, to enter the offseason. The loss opened the door for the Indianapolis Colts to avenge the loss to Jacksonville, which started the season. That's the only one the Jags won all season. Phillip Rivers. Early on, I've got an idea. Let's give it to Jonathan Taylor. The rookie from Wisconsin. Weird moments in the middle of the year where it seemed like maybe it wasn't going to happen for him this year, and then everything really clicked. Also weird moments when T.Y. Hilton just seemed like he was done. Another touchdown for Hilton, the 50th in his career. Taylor up and in. And the Colts had a 20-7 lead heading into the locker room. But the Jags, give them credit for battling here. Laviska Shenault, Colorado rookie, had a couple of touchdowns, and it's a 1-possession game, and it had to be uncomfortable because it lingers that way until the less than 3 minutes, 4 minutes, I should say, to go in the game. And again, I have an idea. Give it to Taylor. 253 and 2 touchdowns. Colts punch a ticket.
We believe that we have a team that's good enough to win it all, and that has to start by getting in the playoffs. And now that we're here,
perhaps the hottest team in football, the Bills head into the playoffs riding a 6-game winning streak. Would have been longer if not for a Hail Mary out in Arizona. It is still tied for the longest active streak in the league. Buffalo averaging over 38 a game in that stretch and have been blowing people out, winning by an average of nearly 3 touchdowns a game. Give the ball to that guy, Henry. 2K, a milestone for him. And they're going to see that guy again. Titans and Texans were in that 4 o'clock Eastern window, so the Titans knew they were in by virtue of the Miami loss earlier, but a win would clinch the AFC South. Derrick Henry looking to eclipse 2,000 yards, and number 22 is a load. He leads the world in these. Just one move and he's gone. 113 at the half as he was eyeballing 2,000. Henry, midway through the third, second touchdown, 24-9. And then Henry here on the way to a franchise record 250 rushing yards. It's his time of year. Eclipses 2,000 on the season. The Titans would score another touchdown. They're ahead comfortably 2 scores. Maybe not that comfortably. Maybe not so comfortably. Because up 10, Henry, whoa! Zach Cunningham just swings his arm around there and balls out. A few plays later, David Johnson. Up and in. Texans now down 3. Fourth quarter, same score. Deshaun Watson Oh, he kept it. Pharaoh Brown, and that is a perfect ball. Houston with 20 unanswered to take a 35-31 lead. The back and forth would continue. Henry, no. Ryan Tannehill, the dangerous part of his game. You saw it last week at Lambeau. He'll run it on you and get into the end zone. They retake the lead. It's 38-35. Watson avoids the pressure in the pocket, and this turns into a huge play for David Johnson. 42 seconds left, 3rd and 13. Kiki Cutie. Oh, we're in field goal range. Watson, 365 and 3 touchdowns. Kaimi Fairbairn on from 51, and it is right down the center. Only 18 seconds left. Mike Vrabel and the Titans, guess we're going to head to overtime. The hell we are. We're going to chuck it to A.J. Brown. It's got to be perfect, and it is. What a grab from Brown. 52 yards, gets him into field goal range. Your man Sam Sloman elevated from the practice squad because Stephen Gostkowski's on the reserve COVID list, and he stoinks it in off the upright. And that's how the Titans win the South. With the kids. Great reaction you'll see from Henry. On the day he becomes the 8th guy to get to 2,000 yards, you'll see he's like, oh, he missed it. Oh! I can't say that.
Bad word.
Yeah, it's okay. It's late. It's cable. If we were on ESPN2, I'd tell you what he said. All right, so this, as I said, the 8th man to get to 2,000. The grand total of 2027 leaves him 5th on the all-time board, just ahead of Barry Sanders in 97. Eric Dickerson's record lasts for yet another season. Baltimore, winners of 4 straight, another win over Cincinnati, and that would get them in. Undoubtedly, they remember what happened at home a couple of years ago. Nothing is given. But they've not trailed since they hit that pass late against Cleveland on Monday night. They have rolled their last couple of games, and they've rolled in this one. Lamar Jackson, Miles Boykin on the way to their 3rd consecutive easy victory. Marquise Brown in Hollywood had 2 touchdowns the first 10 weeks. He's got 6 the last 6. That caps his 17-play drive, longest for Baltimore this season. They lead 17-3. Still 17-3. Jackson, design run, beautiful play design. He'd eclipse 1,000 yards rushing on the season, becoming the only quarterback in NFL history to have 2 such seasons. Michael Vick had just 1. The rushing star, though, in this one, J.K. Dobbins, who's got to be grinning ear to ear. Remember when he was on, Steve said, hey, is Ohio State going to make the playoff? He crinkled up his eyebrows at me. He said, come on. Yeah, they got in, and they gave Clemson a dose, and Dobbins was handing it out on Sunday. 72 of his 160 as the Ravens cruise and advance to the playoffs. 404 rushing yards as a team, the 7th time that's happened in the history of the NFL. The Ravens were on the outside looking in for a lot of the season. We talked about how the schedule got easy late, but you got to make it easy. And they did, winning 5 straight to end the year. They've been running wild in that span. 1,300 on the ground, the best 5-game span by any team in the Super Bowl era. Lamar Jackson on the strong finish to the year.
People doubted us a lot throughout the season because we wasn't having the year that we had last year. But, it's any given Sunday, and our team fought through that, and we showed the real. We're here to play. But, we still got things we want to finish, It's just the beginning for us, to be honest with you.
I like where we're at right now. I love where this team is right now. I love us going into the playoffs in this scenario at this time. And I'm excited about it and really can't wait to get to work tomorrow morning.
Battle of outstanding rushing attacks. Derrick Henry, as we just established, leading the way for the Titans. Then what we just told you about Baltimore. We've seen a matchup like this 5 times since the merger, including the Ravens and Titans last season. Each of the previous 4, it was the team with the 1 workhorse who wound up winning. And Tim Hasselbeck joins us again. And Tim, we've established, I think, pretty well here between me and you and